Good morning, everyone. Please turn to page 73. Page 73. We're going to read the Konko Faith, Our Creed together. Page 73. The Konko Faith, Our Creed. We believe in Tenchi Kane no Kami, the divine parent of the universe. Our founder, Konko Daijin, embraced Kami's revelations and as divine mediator answered the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment. So this morning, I want to talk about a few things about the Konko Creed and how it related to some experiences I've had recently on a recent trip to Hawaii. So last one, we respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment. And the one in the middle, give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts filled with harmony and joy. And so, my wife and I, we went to the Big Island about 2 weeks ago now to visit a friend there. And this friend, he was here in San Francisco for 11 months, 11 years ago. And what he does is that he's a caregiver for his son. His son got into a major car accident, motorcycle accident on the Big Island, and got some serious brain trauma injury. And they couldn't treat him in Hawaii, so they flew him all the way to San Francisco to get treatment. And so his father came with him and stayed with him for 11 months, doing all kinds of surgeries and treatments until he was well enough to go back to the Big Island. And so we visited him. It's been 11 years since I last seen him. So I just randomly say, "Oh, can I drop by? We're in the area." And he's like, "Yeah, come by." And so it's like no time had even passed. It was really great and nice to hear. And currently, our household right now, we do caregiving for my father-in-law, my wife's father. He's bedbound right now, and it's about a year and a half now of that. And it's been a great learning experience. It really tests your patience and your faith and everything you can think of. It really tests everything. That's the recycle bin, I believe. But and so what happened was we asked him, because he's been doing caregiving for his son 24/7, living in the same room as his son. His son's almost 40-something, I believe. And so he is the main caregiver for the past 11 years. And so my wife and I asked him, like, how do you do that? Because we've just been a few months or a year, and we're at our breaking point sometimes. And he says, "I get to love my son every day. I get to love my son every day. I'm blessed every day." That's what he says to himself, and he really believes that too. And that's how he's able to do this every single day for the past 11 years. I get to love my son every day. I'm already blessed as it is. This is the least I can do. And so that mindset change and giving us that advice. He gave us this advice of stay positive, be grateful, and always be thankful. That's his mantra every day as well, to get him through these ups and downs. He says that it's really hard at times. Sometimes depression hits, sometimes difficulties hit, and he says you got to do something about it. Research it, do something to get you out of that state of mind, because it's a slippery slope. When we're in that depressive state, this anxiety, this difficulty, it can get overwhelming. And so he always focuses back on his blessings. He says he's just blessed by God. And so that last part, respecting and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment, I like meeting people who I get inspired by how people live their lives, how they're able to overcome their adversity. And so we can all help each other out. And so his advice of I get to do what I'm doing, it changed my life. And so when I went back home to Pops, zero stress, none. I was like, this is interesting. My situation's a drop in the bucket compared to what he had to go through. It's interesting how we have these reference points where we compare our life to, like what Keiko Akashi said, it could be worse. We had a church member who passed away a few years ago, and her mantra was, it could be worse. And so thinking about that, like we're blessed every day, but it takes time to kind of refocus our track to get back on that way of thinking. And it's hard once we get derailed. Of course, it's hard. We're angry, frustrated, irritated. It's hard to see the blessings. It's real hard because it's like, but that's when, we meet the right people at the right time. It kind of gets us back on track again. And it's like, wow, I was about to cry when we were talking about this because he's done this for 11 years and will continue to do this to the end of his days, he said. And so now he has a nurse that comes in from time to time, but still it's mostly him. His name is Sudi Kabbalis, by the way, and he lives in Hilo. And yeah, he's just been just truly an inspiration. It's like Jesus to me, like, yeah. And so, we all meet these types of people who get us back on track. And so that's why we're open here at church every day too, because sometimes we do get off track. Sometimes we do lose our way. Sometimes life does get frustrating and, all kinds of things do happen. But Joanne Sensei is here every day. We're available every day. Alan Sensei is available. Aji-san sitting here right now. He's available too. But it's a place where we can share and we can reconnect and try to, sometimes we need someone to talk to get us back on track. And that's what church is for. That's what faith is for. That's what spirituality is for. And that's what this congregation is for too. You guys talk to each other. That's why we have the fellowship downstairs. Is to kind of chit-chat about, like, are you okay? Are you all right? Like, things are all right? And so it gives an opportunity for us to learn from each other. And that's what I'm just grateful for, that, I get to be here. I get to be here as a minister. Joanne Sensei gets to be here. Alan Sensei, Kala Sensei, everyone here, right? Everyone here even today, sitting in this congregation, even online, get to be here because we're blessed in the end. That's that foundation that we're working off of. And it's about just remembering that aspect, that we're allowed to do everything we do, or get to do everything we do. So I hope, when there's something frustrating in your life, like, oh man, there's a pile of dishes. It's like, oh, I get to do dishes. We had a good meal, oh, I got to clean the toilet. Oh, at least you got a toilet. And so there's like a lot of things that are difficult in life, but just having that mindset change, like what it says, hearts filled with harmony and joy, changing your heart towards I'm allowed to, really does help with some of that difficulty. Thank you so much.